Closing up on a Thursday afternoon, my favorite day of the week. Make sure you check us out Facebook and Twitter. If you need to email me ever, anytime, MillerOnSports@gmail.com. Our next guest, you can find him on Twitter. It's at Jaxson de Ville. Help him get to 6,000 followers on Twitter, at Jaxson de Ville. He's Curtis, he's Kat, he's Jaxson de Ville joining us right now. How you doing, Curtis?
Hey, pretty good, man. What's going on?
Oh, not too much. Hey, first off, I want to compliment you on your appearance for the Tailgate 32 video from last week.
Oh, I appreciate that. Those guys did a great job with that piece. I've been watching a couple of their other films that they're doing, short little 6-minute films at each location, and they're doing a really good job with that piece. Let's talk about a dream gig, huh?
Oh man, I know. They must have a dad that loves them or something. They got the hookup.
Yeah, 32 tailgates in 17 weeks, and they showed me their schedule. They got their little schedule card as they go around. When they got to us, it was their 5th game already this season, and they didn't do any preseason games. They're doing all regular season. They started that Wednesday night in New York, and then they're using the Sunday, the Monday nights, the Thursday nights. I mean, it's insane how much traveling they're doing. But I tell you, that's definitely something. If I wasn't doing this gig, I would want to be doing that.
Oh, for sure. You won a bet recently going up against a Colts mascot. Hey, I tell you what, it was hilarious keeping up with this on Twitter. How did this come about for our fans that really haven't paid attention to this?
Well, I'll tell you, yeah, if you're not on Twitter, I got on probably a year and a half ago. I wasn't on at all, and I got on for Jaxson and stuff, and I love it. It's a lot of fun. I mean, Facebook is great. Twitter's it's a slightly different beast. So basically, I get on there and speak as Jaxson and kind of say things that Jaxson would say, and because it's kind of the other part of my personality. After 17 years, the two personalities blend together. I guess it's from sniffing too much Febreze and stuff inside the suit, But anyway, so we got to talking, and I started it off in week 1 because the Vikings mascot has Twitter, and I told him, hey, let's do a bet, and let's do a Twitter bet. I thought it'd be funny. You got to change your pick for 24 hours, and the Abby pick, which is for those who don't know, on your profile you have a picture that shows who you are and stuff, and so the Vikings mascot and I bet, and we of course lost that game in the last play, and I had to change my pick to his for 24 hours, and it was awful. A lot of people tweeting in that they were getting sick looking at it and stuff. But for me, it's a fun way to do it because it's a physical illustration of hey, look, fans. I mean, all of us are fans, and me especially. I'm a diehard, and my wife she gets a little upset with me at times because sometimes the hangover is worse than others as far as for losses. So I try to keep it to 24 hours, and that was a nice physical reminder of, hey, look, all right, 24 hours is up, get over it, and let's move on to the next game. So this one came up because of course Blue, and his name's Trey up there in Indy. We've been friends for years, and so he said, let's add a second part, and he actually came up with it. He goes, let's add a second part to this Twitter bet, not just the pick, changing the pick on there. He goes, the loser has to take a pic and send it out of your character wearing a dress, holding a sign that says the other guy's his hero. And so those last few minutes, I was at latitude 30 watching the game, and I'll tell you what, those last few minutes were gut wrenching and stuff, because not only am I just did not want to go 0-3, you just don't want to start 0-3 as an NFL team, but I'm sitting there going, you got to be kidding me. He kicks the field goal, they take the lead, and I'm like, it's just salt in the wound of losing a game that close. If I was going to have to do all that stuff, and then we make that play, and he called me afterwards, and he was really, really good about it. Changed his stuff right away. Took the pick on Monday and sent it out, and he owned up to it, man. He paid his bet, so it was a lot of fun.
That is amazing. Curtis Cat, the man behind Jaxson de Ville, joining us right here with Miller on Sports. You can listen online. Check it out at 1600thebeach.com. You can find Jaxson on Twitter at Jaxson de Ville. Fred Taylor, he's going to be inducted into the Pride of the Jaguars this Sunday. Curtis, do you have a favorite Fred Taylor moment?
Man, that's hard. 11,000 plus rushing yards or so to be able to pick just one out. But I would say probably the Dolphin playoff game here, the 62-7. And he went wild on a couple plays and stuff, and watching him for that many years was, it's one of those things that I look back on and it'll be something that you look and go, hey, you know what, that was a privilege to be able to be there on the field for his entire career. I mean, yeah, he went to New England, but his career was here in Jacksonville, and to get to experience that and be on the field each game and watch him play the way he played, which was humble and quiet, and you saw a little. It was always funny. He always got kind of made fun of in the locker room and stuff for his touchdown celebrations, because when he would get to the end zone, and anybody who watched all those touchdowns, you can watch the highlights. When he would get to the end zone, it was almost like right as he crossed the goal line is when he realized, oh my God, I just scored. Mm-hmm. And he didn't know what to do, because nowadays you guys have the celebration planned out, before the game even starts, and so they get to the end zone and they're on this 5-yard line thinking about starting their celebration. And Fred would get there and his celebration was like it looked like the Pop Warner kids out there, 10 years old celebrating, didn't know what to do, but it was just him. He was just a humble football player, and just played his heart out every game. So it's going to be fun, man. This Sunday is going to be really special. I got to be down there when Baselli was inducted, of course, and then the Weavers, and now Fred. And again, this is my 17th season, so those are moments that, and this Sunday will be a moment that, very few times where you'll watch me in character, and I'll stop character because the moment is just that big, and it just kind of it takes over, and I forget that I'm a kid, I'm a fan, just sitting there like front row, right next to the presentation, getting to watch this, and it's just you kind of soak it in and really get to enjoy it. So I can't wait to see the crowd and the fans out there for this game, because it's going to be an emotional day, and it's going to be a lot of fun, man. I got some fun stuff planned, pregame and during the game. So we're gonna try and put on a good show as always, and and then root as hard as I can for those guys on the field.
Curtis, do you think that you'll ever be up for induction? Is that something that you think about?
I don't know.
Why'd you laugh? What's funny about it?
Just because I grew up a football fan, and the football fan in me and the football purist in me, it's kind of an ironic thing. Mascots are weird. We're weird. So I don't know. I just never could imagine, a mascot or whatever going up in something like that. But I honestly, sure. You think about stuff like that. I mean, I think the only way I go up there is if one of these stunts goes bad pregame. But no, I'm just. I'm excited to be able to, whenever I do stop doing this, whether it's 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I'm excited to be able to come back into that stadium, and looking forward to those days when, walking in there with my kids and grandkids or whatever, and being able to look up on those walls and look down at that field and remember all the times that I got to just be a little bit a part of history. So.
Curtis, we have about 90 seconds left. He is the man behind Jaxson de Ville. Find him on Twitter at Jaxson de Ville. I noticed after the ringing of the bell between the third and fourth quarters of the Houston game, you climbed up on the bell. You're getting everybody into it and everything. Was that a drunk fan that was trying to climb up with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there was. There was a fan that tried to get up there, and luckily our people up there, got him and got him down. I guess he was inspired by what I did, but our security got him and stuff. And but yeah, I was just up there, kind of. That's a new tradition we're starting, and hopefully it catches on. Now, obviously, the Houston game was a little rough because at the time we were losing pretty bad, but it's a chance. That bell is a chance to honor. The service men and women, today and yesterday, and honor them for their service. And, being a huge military town, we just felt that was important. And we love having that tradition, starting that fourth quarter. Let's get everybody fired up and pay tribute to those who give us this opportunity to watch a football game and live in freedom,
Definitely. Curtis Cat, Jaxson de Ville, the man behind Jaxson. Find him on Twitter at Jaxson de Ville, joining us on a very nice Thursday afternoon. Curtis, it's always a pleasure. Enjoy the game, and I'll see you on Sunday.
Good talking to you, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, sounds good. There he is, the man behind Jaxson de Ville. Always a pleasure. If you see that Mercedes, that Benz van, that's him. That's Curtis. That's Cat. He's around town. I mean, he's as much a part of this community as Jaguars over the years. You know, I'm not joking. A chance he gets inducted. I mean, think about it. Interesting stuff. Good stuff. Fun Thursday afternoon. Thanks again to Scott Schroeder, David Graham, Joe Doe, Tracy.com, and the man behind Jaxson de Ville. We'll be back tomorrow for another edition of Miller on Sports.